Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Please continue to pray for me, and you can pray to the God of dislikes by singing along, gesturing at your screen, and leaving a dislike on this video. Let's do it again. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I pray that in 2025 I have more control over my life. I feel like we live in a society that has forced us to surrender all sense of control over our lives. So for example, you guys who have been following me, I recently started dating again, and unfortunately my girlfriend and I can never find the right time. She and I both have very busy schedules. Right now I'm cramming to get a lot of art done because I'm just about to move out of this home, and among other things. And next semester, I teach at Central Arizona College in Apache Junction, and the building just has a lot of infrastructural defects. And it's very maddening because I'm recovering from eating disorder problems. I have a I kind of swing from binge eating problems to anorexia problems, and I'm really trying to get ahead of that. But unfortunately, the campus makes it difficult for me to do that. What had happened was they had renovated the break room, and now we don't have a sink. And you might not think that's a big deal, but for somebody who routinely deals with eating disorder problems, any friction between me and the concept of having lunch just makes it that much easier for me to skip lunch, right? I know it sounds, for somebody who has a good relationship with food, that might sound like a foreign concept. It's kind of like putting a barrier between you and something you don't like to do, right? For example, imagine that you have a difficult time with a certain chore around laundry, right? Now imagine the laundry machine is wonky to use, right? Half the time it doesn't work, it goes imbalanced. Half the time it leaks water everywhere. You can imagine how much easier it is for you to procrastinate your laundry, right? Just try to think of it that way, right? And then I thought about last summer before I met my girlfriend. It was 110 degrees heat wave, and I was living alone, and I got COVID-19, and I was lost. I wanted to die. Even just trying to take good care of myself. You gotta understand, I'm not very wealthy. I can't just afford to order food, and so I went out to my favorite grocery store to pick up some comfort foods, and it was 110 degrees outside, so I sat on this mobility scooter to eat about 4 or 5 bananas, and the security at the grocery store gave me a hard time about me sitting on the mobility scooter, and he almost didn't want to hear me out. I've learned a lot of times when somebody has a disagreement with you, they don't want to hear you out, right? And I told him, I couldn't even shout back. I was so sick. I've just recovered from COVID-19. I'll make it quick. When he heard COVID-19, he ran for his life. It sounded like that was the only reason he ran. Had I said that you know, just came back from chemotherapy, had I said that I just had a heartbreak situation and I'm just trying to collect myself, oh, he could care less about that, right? He ran because he didn't want to. He was afraid of catching COVID. I had already recovered from the virus. I was just dealing with the symptoms at the time, but he ran anyway. And that's exactly why I need to take good care of my eating habits. But unfortunately, I then have to go to a campus that's not very conducive of that. And finally, I returned to dating. The other half of the equation of what made last summer so painful. And we can't find time with each other. She works at a department store. Uh, right now, I'm cramming my art projects because I know once school starts, I won't have time for that. And so it just feels like none of us own our lives anymore. And that's why, more than ever, it's important to accumulate as much bismuth as I can. And I hope to max out my Roth IRA. I'm looking into either copper or lead mining stocks for my Roth IRA. Bismuth is a byproduct of mining lead, but At the same time, I know that lead is going to be less popular in the decades to come. So I'll have to dig more into that. I'll probably own some, but not my entire portfolio. Obviously, I'll own a lot of physical bismuth as well, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Let's join us in a solemn prayer. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.